clicked on this video, then chances are you want to know what your purpose is. Now, the short answer to this question is that you have no purpose. In fact, life itself has no purpose. You see, you are the creator. You designate and decide whatever it is your purpose is and what meaning there is to your life. But as a concession to the mind, we will say that yes, there is a purpose. Now, the big question is how do we go about discovering or figuring out our purpose? And for that, we need to begin to silence the mind. We need to abide in silence and stillness. In other words, get into a state of meditation. You see, you're kind of like the sky, and our sensations, perceptions, thoughts, and images are like the clouds. Now, if we're exclusively identified with the activities of the mind and the body, then it's kind of hard to see clearly the sky that's always there. It never changes. So if we're associated with the activities of the mind and the body, then we're constantly being dictated and led through whatever thought is trying to tell us. And a lot of the times we will have thoughts like, I should do this, or I need to do that. But you see, in reality, you're not your thoughts, and you don't need to do anything. So, by getting into a state of meditation or contemplation, we start to disperse the clouds. We stop giving our attention so much to the clouds and start giving our attention to ourselves, or in this analogy, the sky. And by doing so and just allowing the activity of the mind to float on by, it slowly begins to silence the mind. The mind becomes more quiet and more still. And as a byproduct of this, whatever it is that our purpose is, or whatever we're meant to do in this lifetime, starts to rise to the surface. Now, another way to say what is my purpose is actually just to say, what are we passionate about? What is it that you absolutely love to do? Because if you're passionate about something or you love to do it, then this is a good indication that we are leaning into our purpose. Now, for example, I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life, career wise, hobbies. Not saying I didn't have those, but I was just doing whatever, I had no passion or love involved in any of the things that I was doing. It was just to occupy myself or make money. Now, when I found the spiritual path and I began to silence the mind, it became clear to me that what I love to do is teach and express these understandings that I'm now sharing with you. If I sat down with a list of 100 different options and making content or teaching was one of them, one out of 100, every single time I would choose to do this. And if that's the case for you with whatever activity or whatever it is, it could be creating art, it could be teaching like I do, or it could be something just as simple as becoming a janitor. So, wherever you find your passion or love, wherever you find yourself the most present, that's the good indication that we are leaning into whatever it is that we're meant to do in this lifetime. So in all honesty, it's that simple. We just have to disassociate ourselves with our thoughts and start becoming conscious of the unconscious. And by doing so, like I said, the mind clears, and what we're supposed to do, or what we're meant to do, or what we want to do rises to the surface, and we're able to see it more clearly. Now, if you're interested in stilling the mind, I offer a methodology from the Advaita Vedantic tradition called the direct path. And in this teaching, we experientially discover ourselves as the sky that I mentioned. We, in this spiritual circle, we call it awareness or consciousness. And in religious language, God. So we discover who we are, and then things like finding our purpose and our passion start to be revealed, just as a byproduct of discovering who you are and stilling the mind. If you find yourself interested in this teaching that I have to offer, you can always contact me on Instagram. And I also have a You Can Book Me, where we can schedule a 40-minute Zoom call, and I can go into further details about this path, what it's done for my life and for my other students. And yeah, I would love to point my finger in the right direction for you to experience not only your true self, but everlasting peace and happiness. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and most importantly, remember to keep your heart open and remain present. I'll see you in the next one.